What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez. And today I'm going to make it a bit of a different type of video. But what I really wanted to talk about was starting a business, right? So that's currently what I'm doing right now. I'm working with my first client, right? And things that I'm learning, things that I can share, things that I could like tell people who are getting started with business and maybe they want to, maybe they need to, how do you say, maybe they need to like have some more clarity, some more form of like, oh, like I want to start a business. I don't really know how to, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward with it. I don't have any skills. I don't have this, that. If you're one of those people, this is the right video for you. So definitely click on the video and just see from there. But the things that is teaching me right now is that with business, right? Probably the number one thing that is teaching me is the uncertainty aspect of it. You have to be okay with uncertainty. Listen, when you pick on the entrepreneurial route, right? It's gonna seem, it's not like a job. A job, you're going to get paid every Friday. You know that you have to be in the office 9 a.m. or whatever time frame your job is. But let's say you're going to have to be in the office from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Every day, every week, right? Until you take your vacation. But you're still going to have to do that. But with entrepreneurship, you don't have that time. You don't have any of that. You don't have certainty yet. You might not even have money yet. You don't have respect yet. You don't have, that's what part of the reason why I'm making this video for you guys, so you guys could know who I am, so you guys could know that I'm a human being. And I'm starting these videos to help people and throw out value in the marketplace, because that's what you have to do. That's really that's what business is about, is value, right? And that's the thing, entrepreneurship, you're going to face uncertainty. You're going to have days that people, maybe friends, family might tell you like it's kind of like ridiculous. Like, trust me, I've been through that. I've been through that. I'm still going through it now somewhat. It's kind of a little bit behind me. It's not behind me, but it's a little bit easier because I left my hometown, which I'm going to get to that next. But the thing about business is that you're going to face uncertainty, right? And the thing is, what I learned about getting my first client is that it doesn't end. It seemed like a milestone, right? Getting my first client. Right, I was like doing everything, getting my first client. I was going to networking events that I didn't want to go to. I was emailing people, cold emailing people. I was DMing people. It's not fun, but it's necessary. It's the stuff that you have to be willing to do if this is something you really want to go after, right? And that's the thing. The next thing, right, is business is demanding, right? There's uncertainty, right? You have to get out of your comfort zone, a lot of getting out of your comfort zone. But it's also just, you almost have to, I'm sure, you almost have to program yourself, right, to think, I don't want to say positive, because I don't want to sound like one of those delusional guys, but like, you almost have to be positive. You almost have to think, like, you don't want to think negatively, right? Because that's the worst, that's the most destructive habit, is thinking negatively, like self-sabotaging yourself, right? I've read this book recently, like a few weeks ago. It's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. I highly recommend you read that book, by the way. It's one of the best books out there, right? But he talks about it. He talks about you can't be around complainers. You can't be around constant complainers. You can't be around people with a victim mindset. You have to be careful with it because it infiltrates your mind, right? 48 laws of power. Law 10 is infection. Stay away from the unhappy and unlucky. And because it clouds, it affects your energy. Someone's negative energy affects your energy. So you have to almost, and you might know people from your old life. You might know people like from your family, friends, maybe peers who are like that, and you're gonna have to distance yourself from them. If it's friends, you're probably gonna have to cut them off. But that's what you're gonna have to do, especially for a business, right? Especially for stuff like that's hard, like business stuff that you're working on different stuff for a business. Imagine you building a business from scratch, learning new skills, right? Like for me, it's N8N, even sales, right? Creating videos, facing uncertainty. Imagine doing all of this stuff, right? And then you have a friend telling you, "Why are you doing it? Shit's not gonna work anyway." Or family's telling you, "Why don't you get a real job like everyone else?" Like, this is not realistic. Like, you gotta think realistically. Like, they'll start telling you stuff like this, putting doubt in your head. You don't need that stuff around you. And it's not always direct. Sometimes it's about, maybe they start complaining about politics, right? To you. It's like, okay, I get it. Good thing we live in a free country in America. We could talk about stuff like this freely without getting sent to a gulag or getting purged, like how Stalin used to do it. So great thing we live in America, so we don't have to worry about that stuff. But hearing that all the time is a distraction. It's a straight up distraction. Like, people were telling me, "Oh, like, you're in Chicago, like, you should watch the news, like, did you hear about ICE?" Right? It's ICE? Yeah, I think it's ICE. Did you hear about ICE and, like, taking illegal immigrants, blah, 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 you're Latino, you need to be... I'm like, listen, I'm in a pretty safe area in Chicago, first of all. I haven't really seen anything, like, crazy going on. Like, I'm sure Chicago has crazy stuff that happens in, like, in certain areas. But, like, I'm not seeing any of that stuff going on. I'm not out there doing that. I'm not watching the news, so I'm not freaking out. That's the thing. That's another thing, the news. You cannot consume that garbage. It's a hot take, but it's fucking garbage. Excuse my language. I had to curse because it's garbage. It's literally to pollute your mind, to make you think about stuff that doesn't matter. Most of the stuff in the news is not going to affect your life. So please, like, if you're serious about business, entrepreneurship, cut out the fucking news. Freaking, I get it. Sometimes we can't avoid it, but, like, don't sit down and watch CNN or Fox News or whatever you watch. Just don't spend your time watching the freaking news. It's negative. It's a distraction. It's not gonna get you where you want to be. It's not gonna get you your first paying client. It's not gonna get people to trust you, and it's not gonna make you provide value to the marketplace. That's what you want to do. You want to provide value to the marketplace, right? So then I would say the third thing, right, is, yeah, the second thing was don't be negative. And then I would say for the third thing is you want to find a way to join some sort of, have a mentor or join some sort of community. The great part is we're on the internet. We have the internet, we have social media, we have access to mentors. If you have to pay for a mentor, if you have to pay for someone that inspires you, maybe someone that's been in your way, and you have to pay for their time, I highly recommend it. You want to surround yourself with guys like that. You want to, even if you can't physically be in their presence, maybe join paid school communities, go on calls, right? You want to figure out what you can do, like join communities of people doing the same thing, because it just makes it easier. Sometimes many times you don't know what you're doing, right? And I don't think this ever changes. Even most successful, based on what I've heard, even guys who are seasoned in business, when they try something new, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Maybe there's a guy in business who's very successful. He starts posting on social media. He has no idea what the hell he's doing. So just don't think that you're just clueless and you don't know, because I promise you, no one knows. Everyone just starts doing something, they move forward, they interact, they exchange from there. For crying out loud, like I started creating content like not that long ago, and yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I just started creating content, and that's the best part. I was in a community that supported me. They encouraged me to create content, to put value out there in the marketplace, right? And it doesn't even have to be AI automation. It could be whatever business you want to do. But I highly recommend it. I highly recommend being around the right guys. And the fourth thing I would say is, right, now this is probably gonna strike some nerves. Some people are probably not gonna like this. You're probably gonna click off the video, and I respect it, right? There's many guys who are gonna click off, but I would say that I recommend you just cut off alcohol. At least if you're serious about like getting your business off the ground, and then from there building it, right? You probably have to just cut off some sort of alcohol, because the issue with alcohol, I know it looks like I'm drinking alcohol. This is a Celsius, and I'm about to go work out, so I need some pre-workout. But the thing about alcohol, right, is that I don't want to get too far into it because you guys already know, but it kills your energy, it kills your testosterone, it makes you hungover, it's a depressant. You know, I could go on a long list on why alcohol is not good for you, but that's not why I'm here. This is not what I do for a channel. But alcohol is not the best thing on the planet. Obviously, it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna give you energy to run your business. And are there guys who are successful entrepreneurs who drink alcohol? Of course there are. There's many successful people that drink alcohol. But like, at least personally for me, what I see is if I drink alcohol, how the hell am I supposed to? Say if I go out, even if I sat down and just had alcohol in my room, you know, had maybe instead of a Celsius, I had a White Claw or a High Noon, and I'm drinking it. I have like 5 of them. I wake up the next morning hungover, maybe a little drunk from the night before. How am I supposed to do business stuff? Like, most business stuff is boring. How am I supposed to cold DM? How am I supposed to build N8N automations? How am I supposed to read? Like, that stuff will suck. That will suck if I'm hungover. I will not do it. I will not go to the gym either. That's another thing. Fitness is a very important thing to me. It's something that's helping me keep going. Imagine if I just decided to be hungover. It's impossible. It's impossible to just keep going with that. But I guess that's the next thing I talk about, right? Find a way to like still squeeze in some sort of physical activity, fitness. It's very good for the mind. I mainly do it for here, right? Obviously it's good for the health, it's good for everything else, but I mainly do it for the mind, because the mind is, it keeps me sharp. It keeps me like wanting to go for my business. It helps me, all right, let me go keep doing client outreach, even though I don't want to do it. Let me create a video for you guys because I don't want to do it. But when I work out, I feel a lot better. I feel more energetic about it, right? And that's the thing. That stuff adds up, right? Fitness is something that you should always keep. You don't want to get out of shape. You don't want to get fat. You don't want to have low energy, and then you're relying on stimulants. You're relying on. Let's be honest. I take a lot of freaking caffeine, so. But you don't want to have to like need caffeine because you have no energy. You want to just caffeine as an enhancer so you can keep grinding on your business, or you can keep working on sprints, right? And I guess a bonus would be for business. I've said this before, and I still stand by it, and that's read. Read books. Not just any books, obviously. Read self-development. Read self-improvement books. Read business books of guys who've done it before, right? Like, I've read $100 Million Offers. It's currently what I'm reading right now by Alex Hormozi. It's an excellent book. It's a book that I definitely have to study, but it almost like put life in me again, because it was just like, all the doubt, all the uncertainty, all of the stuff that I'm going through right now, Hormozi's dealt with it. He literally dealt with sleepless nights, not knowing where he's going to make his next money, right? How he's going to make his next sale. So it's not like you're the only one that's facing these doubts. Like, even successful people have faced these doubts. When you hear a successful person talk about what you're going through, it makes everything so far easier. It's like, okay, like, I'm in the right path. I'm in the, oh, family's criticizing me, or friends. Good thing my family is supportive, but I know some people, families criticize people. But yeah, maybe friends are criticizing you. You're like, oh, okay, I'm in the right path because everyone's telling me that I'm crazy for doing this. So just think about that stuff, right? And I guess I'll leave it at that, but thank you guys so much. Shoot me a follow, right? Shoot me a follow, leave a comment below, leave a like, share this video so I can get shown in the algorithm and I can help anyone who's in this position out as well. I hope you found value in this video. Thank you guys so much, and take care.